these damage reports out there over the past, again, 12 to 24 hours. Quiet out there right now, even a lot of sunshine as you go farther south and west of the city. Live look from the top of our studios here in the Galleria. There's Westheimer, so we're looking to the west, and you can see the sun finally starting to break through some of these clouds. So if you're in the city or east on the east side of town, it's a lot of cloud coverage, but going to the west and the south, that's where we've got more sunshine. 70 was the warmest that we got at Bush today. Sunset coming up tonight at 7:31, but look at the numbers right now. Down where it is sunny, 77 in Sugar Land compared to 67 under mostly cloudy skies in Conroe, 80 in Wharton compared to 66 with overcast conditions in Huntsville. So the clouds really determining the temperatures out there for today. We are tracking the potential for some strong to severe storms, though, as we get to the overnight. The best chance of that is south and west of the city. I don't think we see a repeat of what we dealt with yesterday and last night, but there is a potential for one or two isolated strong to severe storms. Again, the same threats, damaging winds, maybe some large hail as well. But again, I think the worst of this is going to be focused to our south and west. So it's mainly cloudy for the overnight. Storms come in very late. So if you have any plans for this evening, you actually should be fine. It's not till 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning that these storms start to arrive. We'll get a big batch of rain and storms go through, especially for the morning and the midday hours. I think by the afternoon and the evening, things will start to gradually improve across the area. And then finally a cold front comes in, and this clears things out for us as we get into the start of the upcoming week. It brings back sunshine finally, but it also does bring back some cooler temperatures. So here's a look at future track through the evening and overnight hours. Again, it's not till 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning that rain and thunderstorms start to overspread the area again. Could be a bit of a loud morning for some of us, though, especially down towards our coastal areas around 7, 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. Meteorologist Chris Ramirez is going to be tracking these storms for us. This will continue into the midday hours, becoming a little more isolated in nature here around 1, 2, and 3 o'clock. And then I think by 6 and 7 p.m. tomorrow, that's when things start to wind down. We'll get a few sunny breaks. And then finally, once that front goes through Monday, we start to see some clearing and some drier weather finally return to the area. And again, along with some cooler temperatures. So there's your 7-day forecast. By the way, tomorrow's St. Patrick's Day. So if you are celebrating, just keep an eye to the sky. Keep a close look on radar because you will be dodging a couple showers and storms out there, especially during the first half of the day. 75 for your high temperature. Sunshine is finally back for your Monday with highs near 70. And then would you believe it, the first day of spring on Tuesday will be the coolest day on the 7-day forecast. You'll wake up in the mid 40s. We only make it to the mid 60s, and then we finally rebound back to the 70s as we get towards the second half of the week with another storm chance coming in as we get into Thursday. Cheryl?
All right, we'll be glad to see the sun return. Thanks, Pat. They're cleaning up in Brazoria County today. Overnight, our crew went to Angleton, where storms caused quite a bit of damage. TxDOT crews were out making repairs and adjusting traffic signals. That's near Angleton City Hall. Then, a bit further down the road, our camera found mangled roof panels in front of a mural featuring Marilyn Monroe. In Needville, some very big and dangerous looking hail crashed into homes and vehicles. Diana Justice Hales shared these photos. She says this happened around 3 a.m. in the Highland Point area.
Oh my gosh, our furniture!
In Galveston, strong winds battered homes and easily pushed small patio furniture around. This is a good reminder right now to make sure that stuff is secured or off the balcony ahead of storms. Kelly Schmidt also shared photos of what looks like a home under construction that had collapsed. Get the latest weather for your area anytime using the KHOU 11 app. You can look at live radar and even share images of what's happening in your neighborhood with us. That's free to download on the Apple and Google Play stores. Now to some breaking news. A man accused of shooting and killing 3 of his relatives has been taken into custody in New Jersey. That SWAT standoff ended just before 5 tonight at a home in Trenton. Police say Andre Gordon Jr. killed his stepmother, his teenage sister, and the mother of his children in shootings across 2 homes in Pennsylvania. The murders triggered a shelter-in-place order for several hours in Falls Township, police blocking traffic and canceling the St. Patrick's Day parade.
We were in contact almost immediately with the organizers of the parade and let them know that we needed to shut the parade down. We also had officers go up and down the roadway and warn people to go back to their homes.
Officials say they cannot comment on a motive for the attacks and say that Gordon has only had some minor brushes with the law. Today marks 1 week since 18-year-old North Shore honor student and football player Jarvon was shot and killed at a house party in Humble. This morning, hundreds paid their final respects. KHOU Winfrey was there as Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee and Houston Mayor John Whitmire declared today Jarvon Day.
If you could package the love for Jarvon, it would be bursting at the seams. The main sanctuary was packed with more visitors filing into the auditorium, many remembering him, but also encouraging others to follow in his same drive and compassion.
I didn't have a testimony until you have to bury your child.
It's not how long you live, but how you live. That's one of the many messages shared with family, friends, gathered at Light of the World Christian Fellowship Church for Jarvon Cole's celebration of life service.
I don't know where my life would take me, but I hope that I can touch somebody.
A roster of people from family, pastors, friends, and teammates remembered the young man for a life cut short, while honoring the amazing work he did in that time.
That smile, that leadership, the active in the community.
Everyone shared grief, but also shared the joy of knowing Coles, because to know him, they say, is to love him. His commitment to family, education, community, and football, all evident through their stories and the mass turnout.
Nothing but love, man. They came out and supported my son. I don't know what to say.
Coles was supposed to be preparing for prom, graduation, and starting college, but all those dreams, gone. It's been a week since he was shot and killed for being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
I would just like for them to turn themselves in, admit what they did. What they did was wrong. You took an innocent life.
And while the prayer is for justice, his father has a personal message for whoever is responsible for this family's loss.
The Bible says you should fear no man but God, so if anybody know anything, man, just come clean.
In addition to the recognition from local and state leaders, NFL quarterback and Houston native Jalen Hurts sent in a video message for the family as for the investigation. Harris County deputies are still trying to find the person responsible. Reporting in Humble, KHOU Winfrey, KHOU 11 News.
Another teen was shot at a house party overnight. HPD says thankfully he is expected to be okay and things could have been a lot worse. This happened just before 1:30 this morning at a house on Schroeder Road. That's just off Briggs Road on Houston's south side. Police say about 30 people were in the home having a party when a few strangers showed up. There was a fight, then shots were fired. One teen was hit in the hip. Police say they found pistol and rifle shell casings at the scene. If you have any information, call police or Crime Stoppers. A person was killed along Club Creek Drive in southwest Houston. That's near Breeze Bayou between the West Belt and Highway 59. Houston police say this happened just after 1 a.m. A white sedan was seen driving through the area a few times before someone fired from inside the car. The person was hit several times. The medical examiner is working to identify the victim. Good news tonight, a 16-year-old boy who went missing nearly 3 weeks ago has been found safe. Mauricio Reyes' father tells us his son was found about 3 hours ago. The teen disappeared when his dad took him to work with him in Channelview. We're told he was found about 10 minutes away from where he was lost. Today, people got the chance to get free legal help in Houston's 5th Ward. The Harris County Office of Managed Assigned Counsel hosted the Know Your Rights workshop. The community was able to learn more about what they are legally entitled to when dealing with authorities and also get help with things like getting licenses restored and record sealing.
Imagine someone, right, that is separated from a job because they are unable to get something that they may have pled guilty to in the past expunged. Well, we have legal professionals here, and thankful to many folks who came here to help.
The Defend Your Rights event was held in recognition of the March 18th, 1963 Gideon versus Wainwright Supreme Court decision that ruled the Sixth Amendment requires states to provide attorneys to criminal defendants who cannot afford one. $1
million.
The junior market grand champion steer went for, you heard it, $1 million at the rodeo auction. That ties last year's record. Woozy was sold to Barbara and Don Jordan, Lauren and Steve McNear, and Chris and Lisa Cunningham. In 2022, Don Jordan set the steer bid record to celebrate his and the rodeo's 90th birthdays.
There's a number of people here who spend a lot of money every single year, and it's for the purpose of supporting this show. And you know, this show and I were born in the same year. And so as I get older and the show gets older, it just has to happen.
The money raised at the auction and the rodeo goes to kids, giving scholarships to thousands of students at dozens of schools in Texas. Hard to believe it's already winding up this weekend. What a beautiful season for rodeo, with the exception of the last couple of days.
Yeah, last night was the only hiccup, but it was a good one.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us here online. We'll be back on TV with more news at 10.